Brad Williams, Excel primed. Moving around a worksheet. Again, worksheet, workbook. Notice now we're at 1.3, how to move around a worksheet. New workbook, new worksheet. How do we move around? Well, we're going to use the arrow keys on our keypad, or we can use the mouse and move around. We can use the horizontal or vertical scroll tools. Now, in terms of understanding what the layout of a worksheet is, we have letters A to, and they go all the way to XFD. I'm going to show you. We're going to go to view. We're going to split this page. Remember I said at points we can break this up in quadrants. Well, here is a quadrant. And to get rid of these, all we need to do is double click. We'll just keep it as is right now. In terms of the layout, it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and it's alphabetical, US English. And we go to Z. And what happens at Z? Well, it starts over at AA, and then it goes AB, AC, and then it goes to the end of A's, and then it starts at BA. And then it'll go to CA. And if we go all the way, if we keep doing this, you can see how it changes CD, and then all the way to the end, we have XFD. If you look, you can see how many columns there are. But that's the layout of a column. If you're trying to figure out what I'm doing, I'm just holding the Shift key, and then I'm moving the arrows on the keypad, the left arrow and the right arrow. I can do the same with the up arrow and the down arrow. We'll discuss that in our next section. In terms of identifying where you are at any particular point, up here, A1 is our starting point. To identify this cell, each cell has an address. This cell has A1. If I move anywhere, any random point, you see where the blue cursor is, see where I've picked out this cell. It's its own address. Just go up here to the name box and it says G21. That is the active cell. Now, what does G21 mean? Well, we're in column G, row 21. If we scroll down somewhere else randomly, you're going to see now it says AQ 321. AQ, column, 321, row. Now, can we pick more than one cell at a time? Yes. All we have to do is find the active cell, hold down your left mouse key. Here we have active cells. The active cell is C317, but the range, this is considered a range now, goes from C317 to 323. We just go back to our original, you can still see the same address. As for this layout, you're going to see the darker and the lighter cell. The lighter cell is active. In other words, you can enter information, but it's only in the active cell. Then you can move down. The only active cell would be C317. That's where you can edit, you can add information, you can make changes. You then can copy the information from 317 down to 323 or what have you. Let me illustrate. Here we have just some random information. This is just the detailed information. Now, if I want to make a change, the only change would happen in E1, even though this entire range is highlighted. If I want to move this, we'll get into that in a bit, but I could move this entire range of information just by highlighting it and then clicking and then moving it. In terms of editing, the only thing I can edit right now is produce. If I want to change the price in rhubarb or plums, you have to click individual cells. So if I want to change plums, I have to go to plums. If I want to change the quantity, I have to go to quantity. If I want the price, I have to move over to price. Next, I'll show you how to navigate a worksheet using your keypad. Brad Williams, Excel primed.